Good morning. Welcome to this morning's meditation here on Dhyan Awakening Love. I'll just give you all a few moments to join. Good morning, good afternoon or good evening actually, wherever you are in the world right now. Just going to give you some time to join this morning's live meditation here on my Dhyan Awakening Love page. Good morning, Berlin. Please say hi, where you're tuning in from. Fabulous day here in the UK where I am. Very windy, but blue skies outside, all the trees are rustling, just looks amazing. Good morning. Yes, I've got sunshine this morning. The sun always seems to come through this window anyway for some reason. I've not figured that out yet. Good morning. Please say hi and where you're tuning in from. I'm just going to let you all gather. I woke up at 3:30 this morning thinking it was time to get up, which was a bit strange. So I'm a bit tired, but I did go to bed really early. So good morning, Washington, USA. Yeah, we've got sunshine and rainbows by the looks of things this morning. And it's windy outside, but beautiful day. Blue sky I can see from here. Definitely when it gets a bit warmer I'm going to do one of these outside because I just think it'd be so lovely. So how are you all? Where are you? How are you? And welcome to today's live meditation with me, Dhyan. I'm your guide this morning. Good morning. Please say hi, where you're tuning in from. I'm going to have to bring this a bit closer. It looks like I'm going to disappear in a haze of sun rays. Oh well. How are you all? Where are you? Good morning, sorry. Oh, you're back at work. Okay, have a great day. Yeah, of course. Of course. Tune in. Yeah, you can watch these on the replay, no problem. So, if you are watching this on the replay, please say hi, where you're tuning in from, and also let me know if you have any questions about meditation or anything to do with spirituality or anything, or you just want to share something that's going on with you right now. And that goes for everybody that's here at the moment as well, that's watching this live. Please let me know if you've got any questions about meditation, spirituality, awakening, or anything that's going on for you right now. And in a little while we'll move on to doing a group meditation together, and so we'll do that in a little while. But first of all, it's about us all gathering here in community to share in this beautiful global space that we're creating here. I'm just reading some of your comments, thank you. And also please share this video and with your friends in your communities. with anyone that you feel might enjoy tuning into this and being a part of this, these morning meditations. So let's all just take a breath together. I think we'll do that. So breathing in, placing your hand in the middle of your chest, breathing in now, and breathing out, and breathing in again, and breathing out, and just letting the whole body relax. As you release any tension in the body with each breath. And you might need to breathe a little bit deeper. And just allowing everything to settle. How are you all feeling this morning? Do let me know. And if you're just tuning in, please say hi and where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching this on the replay, please say hi and where you're tuning in from as well. And don't be shy. I can see a few of you watching. Good morning. Good morning. Where are you tuning in from? So far we've got the USA and Berlin. So we've got USA, Germany and the UK. And I'm in the UK. And for those of you that are finding this for the first time, I'm actually based in Staffordshire in the north of the UK. And these morning meditations at 8 AM British Summer Time, London time, are here every morning at 8 AM on my page, Deanna Awakening Love. So please do follow me for updates and meditations. And join the returning meditators, of which we are growing in numbers now, which is wonderful. If you have any questions about anything to do with spirituality, meditation, or you'd just like to share something that's going on for you right now, then please do so in the comments below, and I will answer any questions and offer some wisdom where I can. Good morning, good morning. Would anyone like to ask me anything? Anything going on for you that you'd like to share at the moment? If not, that's okay. I found the past couple of weeks, certainly last week, and it's appearing the same to be very similar this week, very much to do with relationships, the energy of relationship with myself, relationship with others, and looking particularly into romantic relationships and patterns of experience and trauma and opening of the heart. Lots of healing has been happening over the last couple of weeks, of really being able to see things that I've not been able to see before, different types of patterns in how I relate to others and myself. And I think, you know, the time that we're living in at the moment, especially as most of us are still you know, at home, the majority of the world is still at home, we really are looking at ourselves, our lives, and our relationships, our friendships, our work. You know, we're having this whole, as I've mentioned this before in other videos, we're having this whole life review happening at the moment, and we're not going to come out of this the same. We're growing and shifting into new beings, new versions of ourselves that will be rebirthed as all the changes begin to happen, and as we move out from being in our homes and to more into the world, and we'll see changes in the world happening because we will have experienced those changes within us. And I think it's just, you know, it's a time of new energies. Of I went for a walk yesterday morning, which was lovely. I just went on my own and took some photos, and I've noticed that one of them, when I looked at it today, I didn't notice it yesterday, but when I looked at it earlier, it's got this this half rainbow and a kind of an elliptical, I'm not sure what I say, kind of ring of light on it, with a rainbow light running through it, and it's very interesting. I put it on my Instagram. It's quite faint, but you can see it, and I've noticed this a lot, that when I've been doing these lives, even when I'm doing my Zoom groups on a Sunday at 11 a.m. and I'm having my gathering, the light that comes through the window, it just keeps creating all these rainbows and colours across my face. I mean, you can probably see that now. I've just noticed there's a purple something going on here today, a purple line, and it's because the energy is shifting in the world. You know, the light that's coming in is so can't speak. Hang on, let me get my words together. The light that's coming in from the universe, that's coming into the planet, that's coming into the cells in our body, that's coming from the sun, is different. It's a much higher vibration, and it's helping us through this next phase that we are moving through at the moment, because the process of being at home, of experiencing the lockdown, is being, you know, there've been different phases of it, which you've probably noticed. You know, there was the kind of fear stage, and we don't know what to do, and panic really at the beginning, and then a kind of slow adjustment into, okay, well, this is how it is, but we'll make the most of it, which is still happening. And then throughout that, there has also been this coming up of anything that's needed to come to the surface, that's needed to be looked at from within us, from all aspects of our lives, basically. No stone untouched, really. And the word that came to me many weeks ago now, when all this began, was it's a reckoning, which is, you know, a putting right the wrongs, a clearing out of the old, a releasing of the old patterns, and bringing it into a space of the new. And so the old life that we all had has gone, and, you know, it won't come back now, and nothing will be the same. As I know I've mentioned this a few times now, but it's the truth. And so it's now, we're in a phase as we come through this, and these energies become stronger and stronger, that we are coming through the next phase of this whole process, which is another adjustment period to opening our bodies up to more light. I mean, something that I've really noticed is that I really am mostly vegan now, apart from some eggs and maybe some fish. So okay, so that doesn't make me vegan really, does it? But, you know, my whole diet has really shifted to super healthy, as much as possible. And I think, you know, this has probably been happening with a lot of people, really looking at our health, looking at how we can how we can create just a healthier version of ourselves that perhaps we just kind of ignored before because it didn't seem that important. But now it's the recognition that, yeah, we really do need to take care of ourselves. Yes, we need to raise our vibrations. Yes, it's really important to, to be aware of all of these things. And so we're going through a process of what I would say is a kind of evolution, because we're having to look at every single aspect of our lives and reassess it. We're having to look at our bodies and reassess what we're doing with our bodies, how we're taking care of our bodies, what we're doing on a daily basis. And so everything is being scrutinized and looked at in the most minute detail. So what is happening actually in this place of lockdown is an opportunity for massive healing and massive awakening, because everything is being seen for what it is. And when we see life as it is and not as it's appeared to be, as it's been portrayed to be, as we've been led to believe it is, then the awakening really starts to happen. People start to question their lives, their choices, their health, their well-being, their reality, and questioning your reality is the first steps on this journey of awakening that never ends whilst we're in the body. Because what awakening is awakening to the vastness of the spiritual being in human form. That's what awakening is. And it's bringing the spiritual into the daily life experience. It's bringing the vastness of what you are into the body and recognizing that every day, every moment. So, to put this another way, it's recognizing that you are a vast point of consciousness, of awareness, consciousness being love. So you're a point of love in an infinite universe filled with billions of other points of love. Or as I like to say, there are a billion, 7, 8 billion expressions of love on the planet right now, because that's what we all are, an expression of love. And each one of us is a point of opportunity and a point of possibility. So each one of us is a point of opportunity and a point of possibility, meaning that there are billions of possibilities for each one of us, for our lives, for our experience, for our health, for our well-being. And in every moment we are moving towards that next possibility, that next opportunity, that next creation. And this is why meditation is important, because when we meditate, we bring ourselves out of the global hypnosis. We bring ourselves out of the conditioning of the mind and all the beliefs and things that we've taken on board and believed to be what we are. And through meditation, we can bring clarity to our lives, our health, our well-being, and we can begin to see what it is that we want to create in the world. Not from a place of what other people want us to do, or what society dictates we should, or what parents say we should, etc. What we really feel within us that needs to be birthed, that needs to be shared, that needs to be honoured. And so this process of lockdown is a massive healing and a massive awakening for all of us in one way or another. We're all having our own experience. We're all finding the things that we need are coming to us in one way or another, whether it's through videos like this, or through something that someone shares with us, or through some new knowledge about our health, or through discovering more gifts and talents that we didn't know that we had, or maybe we've just forgotten about or pushed to one side. So this time, this lockdown is a process. It's a process of awakening for many, many more people. And there are new energies coming into the planet right now, and you can feel them. A few days ago, I recognized that my body felt as if it was changing from the inside, like even down to the very cellular level. I'm so sensitive that I feel these things. And I recognized that my body was really changing from like a cellular level, from the DNA level. And this is also how I work with people when I offer darshan, when I do my groups, that the darshan that I offer, and you will be receiving some of this energy through these broadcasts, but the darshan that I offer is to enable the light codes in your DNA to reawaken, so that you can absorb more light into the body, so that your cells can hold more light. And more light is more love, and it's also more information. And it's not information that we have read, it's universal wisdom. So imagine there's a melting pot, a cosmic melting pot of all the ideas in the world, of all the knowledge, all the knowledge in the universe, all the highest, greatest knowledge. When we awaken and we use meditation, we begin to have access to that universal wisdom, that universal knowledge. So it's not my knowledge or your knowledge, it's the universal wisdom, which has been built upon millions of years of experience and life experience of all of the souls in the world. So even, you could even say it's part of the Akashic records, because it probably is. So this wisdom that we access through meditation is the highest wisdom that's available to us. And day to day we use our mind, and we get, the mind can get very busy. Most people experience a very busy mind. Good morning, Manchester. Most people experience a very busy mind, but through meditation, the mind can begin to settle as we focus more on the space between the thoughts and less energy on the thoughts. And also, just by simply shifting that process, you begin to notice the energy in the body completely changes, because you use so much energy when you're focused on your thoughts all the time. Your presence is absorbed in thoughts. And so to bring that energy back down into the heart, away from the mind and back down into the heart, and that also is what helps the heart to open, to receive love, to recognize love as this being here, as your being where you are, to recognize yourself as love, to recognize others as love. And as the heart opens, we all feel that connection with each other. Good morning, Lancashire. So we are in miraculous times right now, which may still feel quite difficult for a lot of people, but there is a massive process happening. And because of this great pause, as I refer to it, it's given us all an opportunity to look, to take stock, and also to look back a little bit, not too much, but to look back and to see how life actually was. To see how life was. Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. So we've got this great pause happening in the world right now, and we can see how life was. And we can see how far we've come. We can see where we've come from. Now we're here, and we can't see where we're going. And we're not supposed to see where we're going, because now it's up to us. It's up to each one of us to begin to consciously envisage a new world. And that is what we will experience. So evolution has shifted and flipped, and now, because of this awakening that's come in, the old is gone and won't be replaced by any more of that. That's gone. That old paradigm is gone completely now. We're in a space of waiting. You could even say it's like the Zoom waiting room. It's like the Zoom waiting room where we're just waiting, we're prepared, we know something's coming, we're not entirely sure what it's going to look like yet. But in that waiting, we're preparing ourselves to create the new, to create a new you, to create a new me, you know. I'm glad you're here too. To create a new you and a new me and a new life and a new world. And many of us are reaching for, you know, I mean, all these things have come very natural to me, and I've been in this world of complementary therapies, healing, energy healing and spirituality for most of my life, if not all of my life. But for many of you, you will be rediscovering these aspects of yourself. You'll be looking for new ways to heal. You'll be looking for new healing modalities. You'll be noticing that the power of your intuition is growing, and that your need for raising your vibration and reaching for higher forms of healing and energy work, you're being drawn to that now. We're being drawn to that because we are going through an evolution, and those things will no longer become woo-woo, as a lot of people would say. I mean, I don't really use that term, but just as an example, they'll become normal. They'll just be life as it is. And a lot of the stuff that we used to rely on will just disappear. It won't have any place in this new paradigm that we're now in and rapidly moving towards. So be prepared, because we're literally living in incredible times right now. Like we really are, and the energy's moved, and I've really felt that shift. I've felt from kind of, you know, fear and desperation and confusion and all this stuff to what feels like a very, very great love, a very big hope for humanity, and not even a hope, more than that, just a knowing that we're coming into the new and that it's going to be amazing. But we must continue to use this great pause, this waiting room that we're all in, to do this inner work, to clear out anything that comes up, to become more and more aware of our bodies, our emotions, our feelings, our sensitivity to everything around us and to each other. And you might even notice that you've become more, more telepathic, more clairaudient, more clairsentient. That your third eye is just a lot more open now, and you're experiencing life from a different quality, different levels of connection between you and family members. And you might even find that where people are. You're thinking about them when they're thinking about you. This has been happening for a long time, but I think it's becoming more and more the norm. It's becoming more and more the usual as we move into new phases of technology, but also our bodies are changing too. We're becoming more finely tuned, more finely wired to connect with each other, with the earth, to receive this light that's coming in, these new frequencies that are coming in to the world right now. And if you look outside, wherever you are in the daylight, you'll notice the light is different. You'll notice it. It's kind of obvious, really. So thank you for listening. We're going to move on to the meditation now. For those of you that are just tuning in, you can watch this from the beginning. It's a bit of a deep dive into awakening and what's happening in the planet right now. And if you have any questions about meditation or anything that's going on for you, or anything to do with spirituality, then please just put a comment in the comments box even below this video, and I will respond when I can. Yes, brighter light, exactly. More light from the sun, more light from the universe, and all the light that's coming in is to help us, is to help raise our vibration, is to help give us the knowledge and understanding that we need to move through this phase and leave the past behind. Because we literally are birthing a new world. I don't know how else to say it, but what's happening is the earth has, okay, so say we've got the earth, okay, and it's just been like that for a long time. Well, what's happened now is there's a layer of light around the earth, and we have moved to a different level of experience, and we've left the old behind. So essentially it's an ascension, isn't, you know, it's something that's been talked about for all my life. So there's an ascension happening, a mass awakening. It's been happening for a while, but I think it's reaching, or has reached now, its kind of peak. And there have been, you know, there are lots of other reasons for what's going on, but also there is good coming out of this. So I want you to understand that there is a deep treasure, there's a real blessing in this situation for many, many people. Yes, I imagine the sea is different. And notice the light outside is different too. Wherever you are in the world, it will be different now. You'll notice it. You'll begin to notice it. Yeah, the sea has been changing for a while. Last year, I noticed a big difference in the sea when I was abroad. And also the way that nature is connecting with us, that when you're in nature, you can feel that nature is actually responding to you. You'll notice what I mean. If you go for a walk, you go on your own and you just begin to stop and feel nature around you, you'll notice how nature responds to you in a different way. Certainly I've noticed it. So, yeah, it's very exciting times actually. It's really exciting times now. I can feel this, something has shifted in the energy, and we are definitely hurtling quite quickly now towards the new, and however that's going to manifest itself. But like I say, it's very important that we focus, that we do this inner work, that we meditate every day, that you bring yourself into clarity, that you really look after your body. You know, this body is your temple. It's a temple of your soul, a temple of your spirit, and it's important to look after it because it will carry you where you need to go. Lie down in the grass and you'll be held by the earth. Exactly. That's so beautiful. Yes, and feel the trees around you, feel the sun on your skin. Even if it's not warm, just recognize the light, the difference in the light, the difference in the quality of the world that you're looking at. It's so obvious. It's changed. I had glimpses of this a lot a few years ago, and I think my perception did change then and probably hasn't gone back to what it was. But I feel like many people are are experiencing that now. They're experiencing this change in light, this change in vision, this change in perception. It's a shift in perception, you know, and it comes from in here, and then we see out there as different, and we experience different. And this is what's, you know, when people talk about paradigms, like I just mentioned earlier, but also dimensions of living. You know, we're in the third dimension, there's the fourth, fifth, sixth, etc. And there's all these different dimensions of living, and you think, oh, that sounds kind of crazy. why would there be lots of different dimensions of living? Well, the dimension is actually the vibration. So, you know, Earth has its own vibration, and we've been living in a certain vibration on the Earth. But now there's a new vibration that's been created, and we are the collective that are creating that vibration. And it's because we've been doing the work for so many years now, so many of us, that we've raised the vibration, and we're now living in the new vibration. So the Earth is still here, but we can recognize the Earth from a new place, from a new perspective. We can recognize nature from a new perspective, because we're seeing through different eyes now. We're all beginning to see through different eyes, because the light that's coming in is showing us the new dimension. This is what I mean. This is how it works. It's working from all angles, if you like. The light comes into the body, and then the body is able to see with new eyes because of the light, because it's frequency of light that shifts our perception. That's why it's called enlightenment, because it is the light that shifts your perception. It's the quantity of light that we hold in the body, in the body's cells, that allow us to see life from a different place. And in order to hold that light, we must fine-tune this vessel. And we fine-tune it by hydrating our bodies, by nourishing our bodies, by being in nature. And most of these things are actually very accessible to us right now, which is a gift, you know. And I know in many places the lockdown situation is shifting, and it will continue to shift, and it will be a process of shifting, of moving through these layers that we've been experiencing. And as we move through these layers, we are reborn, you know. And I don't know how many of you are religious, or what you believe about religion or Christ or any of that stuff. And that's fine, you're all entitled to your own opinion. But for me, this is the Christ. This is the Christ consciousness. This is the return. This is the second coming, if you like, of Christ. Not to appear as a person, as a man, because to appear as a man, then he's mistaken for something else as a man. But to appear and to rebirth in the hearts and minds of each one of us through this awakening. Because all that Christ consciousness is God consciousness. It's knowing that you are God in form. It's knowing that you are Christ in form. It's knowing that you are Buddha in form. It's knowing that you are any of these ascended beings, if you like, in form. And that's what you are, that you're not separate from that. And this is where the misunderstanding happens, is we have a spiritual teacher like Christ, and he came to remind you, not so that you would worship him, but he came to remind you what you are, what you always have been, what you always will be. And awakening is recognizing that, is recognizing what we are, what we always have been, what we always will be. This is vast point of consciousness in the universe. And so in recognition of that, then we are Christed, if you like. We are rebirthed We are reborn, not because somebody dunked us down under some water somewhere, but because our heart was expanded and we recognize God from inside, not because somebody tells us. We recognize our connection with each other. So this is the awakening. This is the second coming. Is this right here, right now? It's not in another 100 years. It's not in the future somewhere. You're experiencing it. This is it. This is the gift in this opportunity, in this time. To recognize the treasure in this time. Yes, we're going to have your ups and downs. Remember Jesus in the desert though, 40 days of hell he went through. Because he had to clear out all of his stuff. He had to clear out any conditioning. He had to, he had to have that cleansing, that time to clear out his system. And we've been thrown into a global retreat, a time to heal, to look at our lives, to cleanse ourselves from the inside out. A life review, like 40 days in the desert, a life review. Thank you. To recognize that there's a much deeper meaning to what's happening. There's a deeper growth, a deeper spirituality is being birthed right now through each and every one of us. And recognize that you are that point of light. You are that point of light. Christ was here. Buddha was here. They were all here to show you what you are. Not to worship them. They weren't interested in that. But to help you remember who you are. That's the most important thing. Because remembering who you are is empowerment. It's empowerment of your own being. And then you can create from that place of knowing that you're not just some, useless little human being, but that you are a point of God in the universe, and that you are creation itself in form. That you are not just having a life, you are life. And you are here at this time to create the new, to rebirth this new world. Each one of us that has chosen, and we have chosen to be here at this time, is here to create this new earth. Our vibration is here to create this new earth. Our bodies can perfectly hold the quantity of light that is needed at this time. Our hearts and minds are open. Breathe that in. Just take a deep breath in now. Just breathe that all in. Let go of anything that doesn't feel true for you. I'm not expecting you to, to take on board everything that I say. Just anything that really, really deeply resonates with you on the highest level. Let that in and breathe that in. Right. Let's move on to the meditation now. So please get yourselves comfortable. Make sure you're warm enough, that you've got a straight back where possible. If you're tired and it's late where you are, then you're very welcome to just lie down. That's okay. It's no problem. Grab a blanket and if you're sitting up, you can cross your legs, have your legs in a lotus position, have your hands, palms facing up towards the sky. Just rest your hands on your knees. And just take a deep breath into the belly and breathe out. Take a deep breath into the belly and breathe out. And just let your whole body settle. And just listen to the sound of my voice. And you can close your eyes now, pop your headphones on, make sure you're not going to be distracted. Or if you've got any family members that would like to do the meditation with you, just bring them into this space now. If you're just tuning in, we're about to start the meditation. Or you can watch this on the replay. We've had a sharing this morning. So let's close our eyes now. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to notice how we feel. And just notice the body, notice your energy levels, notice how the body is feeling. Notice if you are calm or, whatever is going on, just be aware of it. And breathe. Let the breath find its own rhythm. And just imagine in your heart a beam of light beaming from your heart and out into the universe. This light is a continuous flow through your body, through your heart, and into the universe. You don't need to do anything. Just allow this light within you to beam into the universe and to fill your whole body. So not only is your heart beaming this light into the universe, but your whole body is. And you can't run out. It's a flow of energy moving through you, always. Just envisage your whole body glowing with this beautiful bright light. Really noticing your light body now. As you continue to glow from your feet and your toes to the top of your head, with light beaming through every cell in your body. Notice how you feel. Notice how this energy makes you feel. It's the energy that you are, and it's moving through your heart and into the rest of your body. Just allowing the breath to settle. And just coming back to noticing the feelings in the body now. So bringing your attention away from the light that's beaming and just bringing your attention to your emotions, your body, your feelings, any sensations in the body, your skin. Just becoming very, very aware of how you feel in this moment. And breathe. Just continue to notice how the body feels. breathe easily, gently. Just noticing how you feel. Taking a slightly deeper breath in now. And just recognizing the perfection of your own being in this moment. Recognizing your wholeness. The realization that nothing is missing in this moment. Breathe. and in your own time. When you feel ready, you can gently begin to open your eyes. Just recognizing the quality of light around you. And if you need to have a little stretch, just stretching your arms above your head. Just giving yourself a moment to just come back to the body. Thank you to all of you for joining me for this morning's meditation. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me on my Facebook pages, this one, which is Deanne Awakening Love, and my other page, Deanne G. My website is www.awakeninglove.co.uk. Please check it out. I'm available to work with one-to-ones for anything that you may have going on in your life. And I wish you many blessings, blessed day, blessed evening, blessed afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all tomorrow at the same time, 8 a.m. British Summer Time, London time, on this page, Deanne Awakening Love. I look forward to being with you again tomorrow. If you're just tuning in, this is about to be posted on my page, so you'll be able to watch it from the beginning. And thank you for your lovely comments and your hearts and everything. And if you're watching the replay, please do let me know if you'd like to ask me any questions. For those of you that are interested in having my YouTube channel, probably should have mentioned this earlier, but anyway, please put YouTube in the comments and I will send you the link for my YouTube channel. And yeah, much love to you all, many blessings. Thank you so much for your lovely comments, and I'll see you all tomorrow.